Hello, good evening, and welcome. Alongside Brian Mitchell, I am Matt Popchuk coming at you live from Greater Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania for the start of the 2020-2021 Pennsylvania Interscholastic Hockey League season. It has been approximately 8 months since the last time I described a Pennsylvania Interscholastic Hockey game on this live stream, this Berg Hockey Live, and I can assure you, without fear of contradiction, that it feels like 800 months. To this point.
Oh, man.
Much has changed about the world since then. Much might still change very, very soon. Tonight, let's see if there's a changing of the guard in the northern tier, that is the northern suburbs of PIHL Class A, as the red-clad North Catholic Trojans take on the white-clad Fox Chapel Foxes. And the Trojans, coached by team manager Jonathan Hoffman, were a team that made the Penguins Cup playoffs last season with room to spare. The Fox Chapel Foxes, by a hair, missed out. The Trojans dropping a semifinal contest to TJ after working overtime to defeat South Park. The TJ Indiana final, of course, did not come to fruition because of the coronavirus pandemic. A lot of exciting players back for the Trojans, though, this year, Mitch, and a team that didn't really graduate anybody.
Yeah, you look at that team last year. It says it all. I mean, the semifinalists last year, unfortunately, you lost that big game. And it's only their first year back in Single A. Coming into this year, now they got to switch divisions. They're going to a whole new group of teams to play against. Of course, you see McDowell becoming pure this season, so they're taking their old spot. A bunch of movement in that Single A league. So it's going to be interesting to see how the Trojans are able to handle it this season, especially that, all that travel now they're going to have compared to what they had last year.
And senior forward Dom Desort is going to be one to watch for North Catholic. 21 goals, 43 points in 19 games last season. 5 goals on the power play and a shorthanded marker to go with that as well. He averaged over 2.20 points per game to lead that Trojan squad. For the Fox Chapel Foxes, who finished third in the Northeast Division, and now welcome North Catholic as a divisional mate in the Northeast grouping. The Foxes are a team that has been hit a little bit harder by roster attrition, but they still have some young legs and some firepower. Among their players to watch, senior forward Andrew Rich, he of 20 points in 19 games a year ago, averaged a point a game. That's consistency, and that's what you need to beat the North Catholic Trojans. You need a consistent effort.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. The Fox Chapel Foxes, the one thing about them is they were in it last year. They were in it till the last couple weeks. It was a really rough stretch at the end of the year. I was here for a couple of those games. I believe they had a game again. They beat Kiski twice in that stretch, which is what they needed to do, but they weren't able to take past Indiana at that point and take that second spot. So tough season for them, but, they're coming back strong this year by every account.
And it is nice to see the nice doing nice for themselves. A familiar face leading the Foxes this year, head coach Cam Radna, the former PIHL All-Star goaltender with the Hampton Talbots. He was a PIHL finalist himself once upon a merry old time, and he is assisted by his brother, Cullen Radna, keeping it all in the family here in the northern suburbs of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Team manager Jodine Downey, the assistant coaches, by the way, for North Catholic, we forgot them, Brent Paborich, and lastly but not leastly, Rich Pontello. So those are your coaching staffs. And again, Fox Chapel just by 3 points, missing out on a shot to compete for a Penguins Cup championship, something that in the modern era of PIHL hockey, they have come close to in years and iterations past, but have not won.
Yeah, absolutely. And they're slowly getting better the last couple seasons. I mean, I've been only doing this for 5 years. You have the knowledge that I don't from the past like Radna and everybody. But, you see these teams and these trends on these teams and these younger classes getting more mature as they go. And this is one of those teams that I see could be a possibility you're looking at down the road. As we said before, you never know what's going to happen with this season, but you play it as you get them right now. And, with everything going on, we're getting it, at least tonight, right? And what are you thinking?
Absolutely, and if you are the Foxes, you're grateful, obviously, to be on home ice, but you said it yourself. The motivation is that you want to play like there's no tomorrow, as the old saying goes, because at a given time, on a given night, you never know when there might not be a tomorrow. These kids and these coaches playing in a very fluid situation right now with what's going on in the world, and schedules have had to be juggled and managed, and we've already unfortunately lost a couple of games, not for nothing in some cases. So very happy that this was not a casualty and that we could be here with you tonight on Berg Hockey Live. In the North Catholic at Fox Chapel. It is the 2020-2021 curtain raiser for both these teams.
It's tough to say, especially whenever you didn't get a complete conclusion to the previous season, but like I said, you got to love the fact that you're getting the opportunity now to be able to watch hockey, play hockey, see hockey, so it'll be interesting to say, sir.
I have said many times, all things considered, I won't truly believe it until I'm actually sitting down watching it. But we're about to do that right now. Who knew? Again, what feels like a lifetime since the 2019-2020 season concluded, at least for myself. It is very nice to be back and contributing for another season. Again, the Trojans will wear their mostly red, dominantly red uniforms, and they will attack from left to right on your computer or mobile device. The Foxes in white and black with a little bit of red here and there, and they will attack from right to left to begin tonight's game on your computer screen or mobile device. March drops the puck, and November is underway. The Foxes controlled in their own end defensively. Mason Heininger, the sophomore, wraps it around the boards, but not all the way out. From his knees, one of the Trojans takes it over. That's number 21 of North Catholic, Sam DiGaetano, the freshman, seeing some ice time with the varsity squad early on. Centering pass out in front, intended for Logan Martha, the senior. That was broken up by the Foxes, who come back the other way. On the attack is Heininger. Wraps it around the corner. To the left point it comes to Cullen Sunday, the junior blue liner. North Catholic takes over from their own half wall, far side, and corralling the puck for the Trojans in his own end is number 30, Mario Smith, the junior defenseman. But the Foxes force a turnover. And here's an off-wing shot right into the breadbasket of the starting goaltender for North Catholic, which appears to be number 1, Brian Mitchell, and that is our man Connor Bridges, the junior.
Absolutely. They, of course, graduated their goaltender last season. The name's just evading me right now, but he did graduate. No, he's still there. Chris McFadden. Oh, yeah, he was there last year, so he did graduate, and they will move along into a new level. He was one of the, 3 or 4 graduates that they had last season. So it's a young squad last year looking to build on that season.
Bridges only started 1 varsity game last regular season, but it was a 25-save effort, so he was a busy man at least in his lone appearance. Yeah. Here we're 57 seconds into a scoreless first period in Harmarville.
McFadden was the workhorse last year.
Long lead pass, but a little bit too far for its intended recipient, Dom DeZort, who was trying to cherry pick his way to an opportunity there, but it is corralled easily by the Fox Chapel netminder. And that is the lone rostered netminder for the Fox Chapel Foxes, a freshman, Joe Ratner. Ratner, very much a newcomer. Again, no varsity experience the year before, as Bridges swipes this away. Puck comes to center for DeZort. DeZort taps it behind a defenseman, and he has it behind the Fox Chapel net. From the left hash, here's Quentin Shafer trying to keep it inside the zone. Shafer, like DeZort, was an all-star for the Trojans last season. And I saw Quentin Shafer put on a show at that PIHL single-A all-star game. I remember that vividly. Foxes have to tag up and get back on side, and that'll give Bridges an opportunity to play this puck behind his own net. Shafer with it, using his legs, picking up steam, dropping for DeZort. DeZort with a contested shot that's kicked out of there neatly by Ratner, his first real quality save of the contest. And this is tapped back up ahead by Fox Chapel's Isaac Jacobs, the freshman forward. A lot of young players getting ice time for Cam Radin's squad, his varsity squad, to start the season. And that is by design. Again, we told you a little bit about what Fox Chapel brings back and what North Catholic brings back as we get a face-off in Fox's territory and wholesale line changes for the home team.
I'm going to be a little quiet here, Matt. I've got a couple new things going on our stream, so I want to make sure everything works before I roll it out for everybody.
Heininger from the left hash, drop pass. That was broken up by North Catholic. And with it is Chase Calderero to the near boards. And absorbing a check there was Vinnie Jackson of North Catholic to try and make a play on the puck, and he at least got it out of his own zone, but not much farther. As we get a whistle and a stoppage here. And we'll get a face-off, it looks like, in North Catholic ice. As both teams will change things up here with 14-14 to play in a scoreless first period. Officials calling for the face-off just outside, actually, the North Catholic blue line, and that face-off is won by Fox Chapel. Tapped in deep by Danny Downey, the sophomore forward. Downey wins a puck battle for himself, and it comes loose off his stick to the side of the net where Bridges will take no chances, holding for an own zone face-off to his left. Noah Palladini against Alex Masick, it appears, on the draw, and Palladini wins it for North Catholic. They come back to neutral ice as this puck is sent by a Fox Chapel back checker out of play. Again, these two teams are neighbors now, metaphorically speaking. North Catholic was in the Northwest Division of Class A year ago, and Fox Chapel in the Northeast. This year they are both in the Northeast Division of the Single A classification.
We'll talk about those changes a little bit later and how the Single A ended up looking after that, after a couple movements.
Off-season realignment, whenever it does happen in the Pennsylvania Interscholastic Hockey League, is always a sight to see, no matter what kind of changes you're talking about, big or small. As we had a chance the other way for Will McNamara. McNamara in on goal, over the glove hand of Bridges, whom he had beat, but just couldn't find the 4x6. One of the Trojans now goes down. Play continues in the Fox Chapel zone. Now the Trojans trying to pin the Foxes deep and get an attack sustained here, but nothing doing. As coming through center is the red-domed number 18, Hayden Strittmatter, the freshman defenseman, and he just gains the red line and gets this puck deep. Fox Chapel wants to make a change or two as North Catholic breaks it out right in front of their own bench. And flying into the offensive zone is Tay Mellis.
Oh.
Mellis puts it on goal, and a nifty little save there by Ratner. Not an easy one either.
Got him with the glove. Beautiful glove save by Ratner. He just came like a dart through the neutral zone, came into the zone, came on the outside, went for the far side on Ratner, and Ratner just stuck out the glove and whew, just went missing for a while. You might want to put a couple signs up for that one.
Trojans win the faceoff from behind the net. It comes to the right point. Mario Smith with it to Desort. His wrist shot from the top of the right circle was blocked. That was Colin Harbaugh, the senior, getting in the way of that one. And can the Foxes clear the zone? Yes, they do. Get the puck just barely back to center before North Catholic sends it back in and has to tag up. It will do so as Harbaugh plays it to one of his defensive mates. And Fox Chapel methodically works it through center and comes back 3-on-2. Good job there by Gavin Gebhard, the junior, to get that puck deep for the Foxes, as this 50-50 puck belongs to the Trojans. And up ahead of the play again, it looked like was Desort, but that pass was broken up alertly by Sam Smith. Trojans backpedaling in neutral ice. Now they come in over the Fox Chapel line. Here's Shafer dangling, shooting, and into the breadbasket of Ratner, who smothers for a faceoff.
I'll tell you what, Fox Chapel has come out in this game flying. North Catholic, you thought about what happened last season with these two teams. Fox Chapel's just sticking in there with them, and I really do like Ratner in net. He's showing a lot of poise early.
Yeah, this is for a lot of these Fox Chapel Foxes, trial by fire, playing a lot of these guys playing their varsity games tonight against one of the premier teams from last season in this single A classification. And now the Foxes with an opportunity here. Here's Rich, Andrew Rich that is, their aforementioned leading point getter of a season ago, fluttering this puck out of play behind the right shoulder of North Catholic netminder Connor Bridges, who gulps some water, and he's ready to go, as are we, to the right of the North Catholic cage. Face-off won by Fox Chapel and put just wide from distance by Max Kaiser, the freshman forward. Trojans get it back to center. It's swiped at by a Fox Chapel stick, that of Mason Heininger, the sophomore. Heininger with an awfully big frame for a second-year player. And he helps force a turnover the other way for Fox Chapel. A backhanded shot by Rich off the side of the net, and it looked like Bridges got a piece of that one as he was kind of lazing to his right. North Catholic will reset here and change lines with 10:40 to go in a scoreless first period. And the Trojans will also be guilty of icing as Max Kaiser watches this one go by and listens for the whistle.
Yeah, you look at that, and I'm noticing Fox Chapel just putting an aggressive forecheck on North Catholic here, not letting them get too much room to the blue line, and every time they do, they're trying to make passes that they probably shouldn't be making early in this game.
Another offensive zone faceoff earned by Fox Chapel. They're starting to mount a little bit of a territorial edge at least, but again, neither team with any goals to show for whatever they've worked for thus far.
There it is again. Fox Chapel, right place, right time. Caught that one off of the boards when North Catholic just tried to dump it out.
Nothing wrong with getting the puck deep. Our mutual friend Derek Scully will attest to that as this puck is snatched out of the air by Bridges. Another faceoff coming up in the North Catholic zone.
You had to go there, didn't you?
I've heard some amusing anecdotes about players who got the puck deep on his team. Let's put it that way.
All right. We won't go there right now. No, nice shot.
And it was a nice shot indeed by number 21, Sam DiGaetano, the freshman. So North Catholic, their underclassmen trying to flex their muscles a little bit early in this game as we are past 7 minutes played in this first period. Still no score, but not without a little bit of excitement at either end of the ice. Let's see who nets the first goal, though. It's North Catholic playing this puck in neutral ice. And a turnaround wrist shot there off a Fox Chapel leg by Mellis. Front of the net. Oh, put just wide. It looked like Ratner never really saw that puck, and Noah Palladini, if he finds it, has an easy shot at a partially exposed net, but he couldn't settle down the bouncing puck. And North Catholic plays it in front of its own blue line. Quentin Shafer 1-on-2. Good poke check there by Jack Rice, the senior. And here comes Fox Chapel the other way. Gephardt has his... He is dispossessed, I should say.
There it is again.
And coming the other way are the Trojans, and Ratner quickly has to make a save.
That glove is quick on Ratner.
Very. Now, Derek Scully, if I have time for it, I'll get to it. But he, on his radio show, told a funny story about a player who badly missed a scoring opportunity and was visibly upset about it. And he comes up to the player on the bench and says, at least you got the puck deep. And the player said, well, we won't say what he said back to Derek, but it got a good laugh out of Derek.
Good. I could only imagine where that conversation went, and I'm glad we held up on that one. Here we go, face off to the right.
And it is Luke Gartner taking the face-off for North Catholic against Rich of Fox Chapel. And the assistant captain will fight for it, but relinquish possession to the Trojans, who are just barely able to keep it in at the line. That was a good reach there and a good effort by Owen Wolzer, the junior.
I gave you 3 strikes on the assistant captain phrase, all right? That's strike
I can
one.
never remember that one. It's like New England clam chowder, the red or the white.
It's always
Assistant
the white.
or alternate. Here comes Quentin Shafer dangling toward goal. Oh, what a save there by Ratner.
The puck just got away from him. It was just rolling on net. Nobody knew what was going on. The goaltender had to make a quick pick there.
Ratner has been, to your point, Mitch, dialed in very much so early in this hockey game.
North Catholics has some shooters, and they have playmakers. It's just a matter of them getting an opportunity, and the opportunities are going to come.
And there's one put wide by Dom DeZort, who continues to battle to try and keep this cycle going for North Catholic deep in the offensive zone. Finally, Rich is able to clear it for Fox Chapel, and Heininger might have a chance on goal.
He does.
He will. He shoots, and it's kicked out of there.
Good shot.
But a better save by Connor Bridges.
He had a really small amount of time to make that decision.
So both teams trying to get their transition games going here. North Catholic coming right back. Dare we say a little fire wagon hockey midway through this first period with still no score in Harmarville.
Got a little mix of everything so far.
Drop pass there for Mario Smith. Works it out in front. It's loose. No, it's not. It's covered by Joe Ratner.
I have a disagreement.
Smith was trying to do everything he could to just jam that puck in any possible way, Patrick Hornquist style, between the pillows, but Ratner was having none of it.
Absolutely. That's a goal.
And it is a goal right out in front.
Just flick that one up from behind.
It is Vinny Jackson nuzzling the nylon first for the North Catholic Trojans. Ratner wasn't ready, but I'm not sure how one could be because that was a bang-bang play from behind the net. And I believe it's Vinny Jackson getting credit for the goal, and it's 1-0 North Catholic, 7:04 to play, first period.
I guess that's how you're going to get the Ratner there, is just throw it on net and hope that it goes in. He wasn't prepared for that one, and I don't think many people were. You can't be prepared for that shot.
Just a really well-executed backdoor play by the Trojans, and it happened in the blink of an eye, just right off the offensive zone face-off. The Foxes were not ready at all, and neither were we. North Catholic, just like that, makes it a 1-0 game. Vinny Jackson is the answer to a trivia question. That question, of course, being who got the first varsity goal for North Catholic in 2021.
Where are we at with the face-off? I'm still working both the camera and the production and do your color commentary, so I'll talk to myself every once in a while.
You're multitasking like few could, Mitch, and we appreciate it. It is another face-off to the right of Connor Bridges, who has seen quite a few from that spot.
Oh.
And the Foxes have an opportunity maybe to even this game up in earnest. Harbaugh wide open. He shoots.
He does!
Scores!
Fired that low and underneath the pad.
Colin Harbaugh makes the Trojans suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune. And it's a 1-1 hockey game. The Foxes do answer quickly.
We were right down Main Street on that one. He just took a low shot that went through a little bit of traffic and ended up going under the pad. And it is 1-1 here. 6:27 remaining in the first period. Marshall dropped the puck.
And North Catholic will control that puck for a moment before conceding it at the Fox Chapel blue line. Heininger retreating, being pressured by number 24 of the Trojans. That's Noah Palladini, the senior. So just like that, the teams exchanging goals 37 seconds apart. Vinny Jackson for North Catholic, Colin Harbaugh, the senior defenseman for the Fox Chapel Foxes. Shots 9-6 in favor of the Trojans, but still tied where it counts with 5:56 to play in the first period of the varsity season for both of these teams.
Wouldn't it be fitting that both these teams were evenly matching each other so far, that they were able to get that many, the goals that quick apart? And wow, just a lot of action here early. Shots are only 9-6, though.
It's starting to pick up. Dom DeZort has a man
here we
open.
go.
It's Quentin Shafer. Shafer all alone. He shoots just wide. Oh, the Foxes catch a huge break there. Quentin Shafer, again, an all-star yesteryear, does not miss that opportunity that often.
No, he just tried to pick the outside of the post and wasn't able to get to it.
And Desort will make sure he has the red line and get the puck deep.
Goes off the goalie and out.
Yep, so we get a whistle anyway with 5.5 left. And a face-off to Ratner's right.
These teams get to see each other again this year thanks to the new divisional lineup, so it's good to know that they've done a little bit of homework on each other in all their scrimmages that they've had so far. Who thinks about homework whenever you had a little bit of time off school? Now you're back.
Glove save there by Ratner on a shot from the left point as the Foxes clear it. And now they're in hot pursuit of this loose puck, which is going to be gotten to by Tyler Pontello, the senior defenseman of North Catholic. Long lead pass to Shafer, who is able to control it. Centers it. Desort shooting. Save made. Did he keep it out? Did Ratner? Yes, he kept it out by the slimmest of margins.
He got caught going right whenever he should have been going left, had to lay down. Puck luckily fell right underneath him, and he's able to squeeze it down for the whistle.
The two operative words there, puck and luck. North Catholic superstars, they have had their chances, but they just, it's just not going in for them just yet. And a lot of that has had to do with Joe Ratner, who is playing a beautiful first period. Left side, Heininger couldn't take that pass. Trojans get it back to center. Here's Harbaugh, who tied the game not long ago for Fox Chapel after Vinnie Jackson opened the scoring for North Catholic. Trojans coming back now on the attack from a bad angle, right hash. That glances off the side of the Fox's net, and it's cleared by Fox Chapel. Not long enough for icing, though, as Mario Smith will pick it up and try and move around Danny Downey. Up ahead it comes as far as the stick of the Fox's Gavin Gebhardt. And over the line comes Downey 1-on-2, make that 1-on-3 as one of the Trojans went down hard, but North Catholic able to make the play and get the puck out of danger.
Hits the referee.
And officials will cease play to it. Both teams taking the opportunity to get some fresh bodies out there. 4:08 left, first period. One aside here in the USA Rink.
Yes.
Where else would we be on this particular
We're home.
Tuesday?
This feels like home to me back here. First place we ever did a broadcast. Now we're back to open up the season, and I couldn't be more more excited about it. So.
And a great turnout.
It is a really good turnout.
On a very busy night for the community, the country, for families in general, kids getting back to school, and sports, fall sports in full swing at this point, and soon winter sports will be as well, including hockey. North Catholic with it, own zone, starts its breakout. This long pass is intended near side for DiGaetano. It'll be taken away behind his own net by Cullen Sunday. Sunday turns the puck over. Trojans might have a chance here. From the top of the circle, it goes just underneath maybe the glove of Ratner.
It was deflected by the defenseman.
Yes, it was. Trojans keep it alive. At the left point there, that was Pontello playing the puck for North Catholic. Fox is fighting for it, but North Catholic still has possession. Are they going to try another backdoor play? It comes out in front. It's loose and put just wide. I don't think Gabe Grindstaff got as much on that as he wanted to, as Ratner makes another save from a low percentage angle. Fox is content just to clear it and ice it, for that matter.
They needed to. North Catholic was getting in a groove down there with a deep cycle, and they needed to make sure that North Catholic didn't get that back out to the slot. Ratner seeing his most consistent action that he's seen so far.
And this is the PIHL, not the NHL, so the Foxes are permitted to change lines, as they just did after that icing infraction. And lucky for them, they are able to, because certainly had to be some tired legs out there after that long cycle. And the third chance is put just wide by one of the Trojans. That was Luke Gartner, the junior forward, who just barely missed, giving North Catholic the lead back.
Henninger has been all over the puck on the forecheck. in this game so far. Every time you see one go into the zone, he's been on it.
Fox Chapel has some impressive underclassmen, and he's certainly one that, first impressions being what they are, I would put high on my own list as well. And there are 2 pucks out on the ice here. Or is that a piece of debris?
That
Something
is a
just
mouth
came out.
guard.
Oh, boy.
There's a mouth guard on the ice right now. And just got cleared.
Yes, by
Rice.
The alternate captain.
Thank you.
Andrew Rich.
You don't get a strike back.
As long as I stay on one, I'm good. Stay under the limit. Here's a hard wrister by Shafer that's denied by Ratner from the left wing side. Under 2 to go in the period. Both these teams thirsty for more before that buzzer sounds. That up to the mishmash ice that's beginning to accumulate in front of the Fox Chapel goal crease. Shafer has it again, though, in front of the net. Redirected, loose, but covered. And Kristen Bigley, the senior, showing his consternation there behind the Fox Chapel goal as Ratner holds for a faceoff. Shots 17-6 now in favor of the Trojans.
My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. I'm messing around with new scenes and everything. I think I hit an accidentally wrong button, so we'll get you taken care of on this. Put you on a timeout card instead of the broadcast here, so roll those rosters again for you at the bottom.
Statistically speaking, North Catholic tilting the ice in the latter stages of the period, but it's still just a 1-1 game as this puck takes a funny bounce in on goal, but Ratner was ready for it.
And that's how you can tell with some of these is those bounces just start to happen out of nowhere, so you have to keep an eye on it, and those tend to start bouncing towards you, but it's easy to break whenever it's early, but once you start getting in those deep cycles, it's tough. If you're Fox Chapel, you're just holding on for the next minute 4, which is what we got left here.
Sorry, Mitch. Chase Calderaro taking the face-off against Alex Masick, and Calderaro won it. Backhander, kick save, rebound, put just wide. Calderaro, I think that was Calderaro that took that shot. Yes, it was. Not sure how he missed that one. That was through traffic and looked like it was ticketed in, but it didn't go. 45 ticks to talk. 1-1 first period. Playing it for Fox Chapel behind his own goal line is Max Kaiser. He goes around the horn to Quentin Miskey. Trojans force a turnover and a giveaway there right in front. Oh, that was a dangerous play as Tay Mellitz was looking for an opportunity, and Ratner actually has to cover up again for another own zone faceoff.
We got 25.3 seconds left in this period. You just want to, if you're Fox Chapel, you just need to get to the point here, to that intermission, that you get that little bit of a break and regroup. North Catholic has just had it all over them in the last 5 minutes.
Foxes are able to win the draw. Can they get it out of their own zone? Oh, that's proving easier said than done, but finally they're going to be able to do that. And this lead pass intended for Heininger is a little too far. Will not be icing, though, with 10 seconds to go. Trojans just trying to not turn the puck over here as they exit their zone with 3 seconds left. And the first period concludes here at the Alpha Ice Complex with the North Catholic Trojans and Fox Chapel Foxes in a 1-1 game. For the North Catholic Trojans, it was Vinnie Jackson with 7:04 remaining in the first period. For the Fox Chapel Foxes, it was Colin Harbaugh with 6:27 remaining in the first period, and first period shots 19-6 in favor of the Trojans.
Yeah, the Trojans just bringing it on at the end there, and we're going to regroup here. We'll bring you back here in for the second period momentarily here. Berg Hockey Live, Pittsburgh Hockey Digest, presentation of the PIHL regular season.
Oh, I'm not much Brian Mitchell on third grade math on the fly, but I'd wager around 85–90% of the shots in this game belong to the visiting North Catholic Trojans, but they are even still somehow with the Fox Chapel Foxes 1-1, and a lot of it has to do with the freshmen doing yeoman's work in between the pipes.
Absolutely, and it's been great to watch so far.
Joe Ratner with 18 saves for Fox Chapel in the first period of his varsity debut. McNamara over the line, just over the bar as well.
Just missed that.
Yeah, it didn't miss by a lot either. Loose puck between the circles, but none of the Foxes are there. North Catholic counterattacking quickly. Quentin Shafer building up speed, in on goal, shoots, kick save. Ratner again. Bailing out the back line. And we get our first penalty of the game here. It's going to be an interference call. Just 35 seconds into the second period. And it's going to go against the North Catholic Trojans. Ryan Berry, the freshman, will be sent off.
Just a little innocent play in the corner. He did it right in front of Batico, or is that March that caught him in the corner? Both these referees, it's been no shave Movember for them already. They're already taking care of it. So it's hard to tell them apart when they're out there if you don't see their actual name tags.
Fox Chapel with a pretty balanced power play last season. No real standouts, but Danny Downey and Mason Heininger each with a couple of goals on the man advantage last regular season for Fox Chapel. And here is Fox Chapel. Heininger from the top of the left circle puts it right into the stomach of Connor Bridges. So now Fox Chapel finally has a chance to tilt the ice in the other direction. Let's see what they do with it early in this second period. And they win a faceoff. Heininger back to the point, but underneath the stick of Danny Downey. And the Trojans certainly catching a break there. And they're going to try and kill some time off this penalty clock, or will they? Rich forces a steal. Rich behind the net.
Beautiful move.
Far corner to the left point for Heininger. Heininger trying to kick it to himself. Off the half wall. That pass intended for Rich. Missed Rich, but he recovers and he gets it back. Rich trying to shrug off a defender. Now he's knocked down. Play continues. Carrying it is McNamara for Fox Chapel to Heininger. Over to Rice. Jack Rice, the senior blue liner, in on goal. Save made by Bridges. Rebound. McNamara looking for it, but Bridges covered it up first.
Good effort down low to keep pressure and the support system down low, because a little bit you took one of the players out of it. Now you know that you only have 3 defenders to go up, drop down, grab it, and go. Good play.
52 seconds to go in the power play for Fox Chapel early in the second period of this 1-1 game. First man advantage for either team this evening. Downey off a body, never made it through. Trojans swiping at it twice, they can't get it out. Here's McNamara taking it away, trying to get it back to Rice at the right point, but he's marked very quickly and capably by Gartner. Comes down low into the corner for McNamara again. And Mason Heininger with it to the opposite corner now for Rice. Rice to Heininger, who awaits that pass. Flips it past one of the Trojans for McNamara. Foxes need to get something on goal here with just 15 to go in the power play. And North Catholic might have a chance shorthanded. They've got a 2-on-1 here if they hurry. Shafer waiting, watching, shooting, scoring!
Just a nice little give and go there across the crease. And you got to get Ratner moving left, right, and they did.
Luke Gartner completes the play. And North Catholic takes a 2-1 lead in transition, and with 4 seconds left in the penalty to Ryan Berry.
What a move.
The Foxes with a chance there just after the penalty had expired, but unable to find another quick equalizer as they did in the first period. North Catholic coming back the other way now. With it flying down the right wing is Tay Mellis. He gets it around the boards before it's taken away by Fox Chapel, and it comes up to Alex Masick. Masick leading it now for Quentin Miskey. Miskey, centering pass. Oh, Masick unable to redirect that between the legs of Connor Bridges. And a glove save by Ratner at the other end there on Noah Palladini. As play is stopped with 13:39 to go till the ice cut. So the Trojans do get rewarded in an ironic fashion for their large shot advantage.
Yeah.
And they get the lead back.
Ironic fashion. Nice little shorty there. And those are the type of bounces you get whenever you have the pressure on them. Now, Fox Chapel was fighting back momentarily, but those are the kind that kind of just bring that momentum back towards your side. And it's going to be interesting for the next couple minutes to see how it plays out.
Trojans in their own zone, up the near boards, taken over at center ice by Jack Rice. Rice gets this puck deep as Fox Chapel was in the middle of a line change. And now it comes up to Vinnie Jackson, who had the first goal of this contest. Trojans settle it down near corner. And great stick work there by, who was that for North Catholic? That was number 20, Chase Calderero. But Fox Chapel down east side of the net and jammed in on Bridges, who has to smother it. Downey trying to get himself a greasy goal here as tempers flare. And Fox Chapel might actually get a guy sent off here. Cam Radna is a little bit beside himself, and I'm a little surprised, quite frankly. I think that's boys being boys, but in any event,
they're sending Downey.
Yep, Danny Downey's going to go off, and North Catholic will get its first power play opportunity of the game with 12:51 to go and a 2-1 advantage.
Yeah, just boys being boys down in the corner, but I feel like I got to come up with a nickname for these referees with the mustaches. I don't know. It feels a lot Super Troopers to me. Like, I'm not sure about this. March and Batico just have it going on with the mustaches, and it just feels like they deserve a little bit of, notice about it. It's great.
I feel like I'm watching.
They're sending one from, North Catholic goes on the power play, and they only had 4 on the ice at the time. They only sent 4 out. They have. So they had to figure
it's the first game of the season for coaches, too. What can you
absolutely.
say? And the Trojans are able to get this puck deep. Here's Jackson on it. To the point it comes for Mellis. Mellis. Right point, creating space to the top of the left circle. From the hash mark, here's a shot put just wide by Palladini. Off the glass and back to the right point. From the center point now, it's in on Ratner, who makes a save and corrals the rebound.
Great save.
Tay Mellis had a rip at that one, but he couldn't get it past the freshman.
He put it right through that screen in front, and Ratner got lucky with the pad. He just got it right underneath, but believe under the blocker, was able to make that save and hold on to it. And to touch on my earlier point, the only reason we give the referees a little bit more of a hard time right now is because last year they gave me a hard time for not recognizing them a little more, so we're going to try to do that this year.
Puck deflected in on goal and held by Ratner as we had a broken stick in the Fox Chapel goal crease and a little bit more pushing and shoving. 1:21 to go in the Trojans' power play. Face-off coming up to Ratner's left. Gartner, who has given Fox Chapel the lead with a shorthanded goal, will take the face-off and win it. To the left hash, Shafer off the shoulder of Ratner and out of play.
Man, I just took a second to just take this in, being back calling games. It's awesome to have you back. I appreciate it.
Likewise.
Thank you for coming in, for helping us out tonight. it's just awesome to be able to be back in the rink and be able to call high school hockey again here in Western Pennsylvania.
And we cannot overstate enough how grateful we are to be in a rink with hockey happening, all things considered.
Yeah.
Fox Chapel with an opportunity, maybe a shorthanded chance of their own. Here's McNamara, right wing side, has some space, backhands it into the glove, however, of Connor Bridges. Well, history was ready to repeat itself there.
Shafer got on his horse and was just on him faster than you can imagine. Like, I saw him go from blue line to blue line in probably one of the fastest times I've ever seen somebody chase somebody down.
And North Catholic's got some speed on that team.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see if that speed leads to more offense for the visiting Trojans as the game goes on. Right now, it's a 2-1 lead for North Catholic. 11:35 to go, second period, and 40 seconds to go in a 5-on-4 advantage for the Trojans. They come over the line and put it off a Fox Chapel leg, that of Cullen Sunday, and this puck bounces fortuitously right back to the goaltender, Joe Ratner. Ratner up to 23 saves now. That was not one of them, but just can't be overstated what he's doing to try and keep his team in the game here. Trojans win the face-off, but Fox Chapel fights for the puck. Finally, winning that battle will be Vinny Jackson. He creates space and shoots it off a couple of sticks and off the glass up high. Palladini behind the net. Trojans working from the corner. Palladini gloves it down now. Moves around a man. Right wing circle. It'll come to Mellis. Mellis up top now. Mellis only has a couple seconds left in the power play. Didn't shoot the puck. And now one of the Foxes, if he hurries, might have an opportunity, but that puck's going to go all the way to the corner.
It was Downey out of the box.
And North Catholic's going to have a chance to play it and come back the other way. Lead pass to Quentin Shafer. Shafer right wing circle, dangles, loses the puck at the last second. Off balance shot by Palladini, I believe, is gloved by Ratner.
He just topped that one off, just threw it on net. Luckily, Ratner was prepared and ready to stop it. If he was up a little higher, there's a chance that would have squeezed through the pads.
North Catholic gets some fresh men out there as Fox Chapel controls possession here. Heininger trying to muscle his way to that puck. Centering pass.
Scores!
A little taparoo from Andrew Rich, who ties it at 2 with 10:22 to go in period 2. The alternate captain gets one back for the host Foxes.
Just puts that one in off the far post and just ping-ponged in around. You know, that was one of those, if you hit it in the right spot on the post, it's going to go in. You hit it just a half inch on the outside, that's going to go to the outside. So, nice tap in there for Rich.
Downey with it. Pinned along the referee's crease there before it comes back to Rich. His off-wing shot from the left side goes into the meshing and out of play. Now Fox Chapel trying to win a battle of rope-a-dope here, if you will. They have been slugged quite a few times, but they have taken some pretty tough punches from this mighty North Catholic squad. And still anybody's game with 10 minutes to play in the second period. From up high. And she's getting shoved down to the ice hard. A hard cross-check there. That was Oban McElwain, the freshman, getting the worst of that one as the Trojans counterattack. And a whistle here and maybe another penalty coming up. A cross-checking call we will have, and it's going to go against North Catholic, I think.
Looks like it's going to be Desort. He's taking the walk of shame across the ice.
It is?
He's either got that, I can't believe they called that on me, or I can't believe I did that and they called that on me walk to him right now. So I think he knows what he did. There's no arguing it.
From people not named Dom Desort, anyway.
Oh, absolutely. That was the second time they took a penalty directly in front of an official, so it's still early in the season.
Yep.
I'm not condoning that type of stuff, kids.
Nope. So a second power play opportunity for the North Catholic Trojans, who are 0 for 1. Downey with it, shorthanded for Fox Chapel. Just going to kill some time here. Or Downey with it on the power play, I should say, for Fox Chapel. Just going to rag the puck and get it back to the left point. Over it comes to Jack Rice. Rice deflects in on net. Rebound score! The Foxes have their first lead. And getting it for the Foxes is Danny Downey, the sophomore, who smashes that rebound past Connor Bridges.
Just picked up that loose puck, was able to catch Bridges across and just put it up high on the far post. Another far post shot here for the Foxes. 9:11 remaining second period. They take the lead 3-2.
2 goals, a minute 11 apart. Despite trailing in shots to this point, 26-13, as this puck is sent out of play off the ensuing faceoff. Fox Chapel doing some great work there down low, and I miss seeing, with all the NHL hockey I watched in the high school offseason, I miss seeing those old-fashioned power plays where you just shoot the puck from up high and have guys in front of the net for rebounds, and that's exactly what that was. That was great meat and potatoes hockey by Fox Chapel.
Absolutely. And they're starting to grind. They got through what I said. They got through that effort by North Catholic, and were able to put it together and fight what they had going against them and put a couple goals of their own in. So take advantage of them. There's a tripping call coming up against Henninger.
And the Trojans need to pull back the reins a bit. Let's see if Jonathan Hoffman will give his team a little pep talk here between face-offs, or between whistles, I should say.
Henninger just got his stick inside the legs of a North Catholic forward and put him down right in front of the referees, and we've got ourselves a North Catholic power play coming up.
I was about to say North Catholic got the penalty, but you caught me. Thank you, Mitch.
It's all right. I almost called him Central Catholic, so you're good. No, that's our later game. Don't worry. Yeah. Stick around for that one. I'll be calling them North Catholic. Hot shot high, deflection.
It's loose.
Save.
And Ratner did have that one under his glove. For a second, it looked like from my vantage point, it was pinned up against his right leg and never covered. The official lost sight of it. But it was under his glove the entire time. That was great stick-to-itiveness by Ratner.
Watching the replay, that was a lot. There was a lot going on in front of the net, and luckily Ratner was able to react.
Shafer from the edge of the left circle. Cross-ice pass. From a bad angle, this one is put wide by Gabe Grindstaff. That's not Grindstaff, I apologize. That's Tame Ellis who put that shot wide as Connor Bridges leaves his net to play this puck. Trojans trying to get back on level pegging here after falling behind 3-2. Midway through the second period. 1:10 to go in the latest North Catholic power play. And this one-timer is put just wide. It would have been, that had 3-3 written all over it, but Pontello just couldn't direct it toward goal. One-timer into the glove of Ratner. That's one of his niftier stops of the night, and it comes against the leading scorer of the Trojans from last season, Quentin Shafer. And Schaefer's not happy with himself after that one. He thinks he should have finished that.
Ratner was calm, cool, and collected after that save. Just the way he looked, poised coming across, glove out, knew exactly how to track it. Pretty tall task to be able to pull that off in a varsity game.
To the top of the left circle it comes. And this will be Pontello with it. Trying a shot pass intended for Vinnie Jackson. That missed everybody, but North Catholic retains possession. And now one of the Foxes is without a stick.
Jacobs.
Yep. North Catholic, let's see if they go after him. Loose in front. Unable to get to it was Pontello, and Fox Chapel's going to be able to clear with 23 seconds to go on the PK. Foxes get it deep one more time, and this should be the last rush for this North Catholic power play. Save made from distance by Ratner, and the rebound put just wide. Ryan Berry on the follow-up there. Back to full strength, and Ratner cradles it in his stomach once again.
Penalty's over.
North Catholic keeping the pressure on, but still unable to capture that elusive third goal.
Shots are 34-13 North Catholic right now. They're absolutely peppering Ratner, who's up to the task right now.
And the Trojans win a face-off. From distance, it goes over the blocker hand of Ratner. Kept alive at the point briefly by 16 Andy Bablak, the junior. But Fox Chapel has it in neutral ice. North Catholic 0 for 2 on the power play now. Fox Chapel 1 for 2, but it has also yielded a shorthanded goal. North Catholic into Fox Chapel territory. Shafer dangling around the right circle. Behind the net it goes to Gartner. Gartner, center point, and a goal! Mario Smith goes right up Troy Hill and beats Joe Ratner over the shoulder. I'm not confident Ratner ever saw that one because it was just a floating puck that tucked right underneath the bar. And it's a 3-3 hockey game. 5:44 to go to the ice cut. Fox Chapel 3, North Catholic 3, as Mario Smith brings North Catholic back on even terms with the host Foxes. And we'll get a face-off in Trojan territory here to the left of goaltender Connor Bridges. Two teams that, as Brian Mitchell has said, we would expect to contend at least for playoff berths, if not also for more than that, and giving us our money's worth thus far. Here's a turnover to the Trojans and a shot off a Fox Chapel body. That was a good job by number 22,
3 on.
Quentin Miskey, and a 3-on-1 led by Miskey, who puts it off the blocker hand of Connor Bridges. Miskey used his massive frame to absorb that puck and then lead the transition play the other direction. That was quite a sequence there by Quentin Miskey, who centers it. Oh, McNamara couldn't locate it. If he did, he'd have a wide open net to shoot at.
He almost put it off his skates.
Well, wouldn't that have been something? North Catholic regrouping in the neutral zone. And here comes Mellis over the line. Had too many white shirts to beat. And Fox Chapel is able to work it up through center. North Catholic retreating from between the circles. Here's Pontello. Over the line, up through center. Pontello drifting to the right side off the glove hand of Ratner. That puck bounced behind the net. Fox Chapel trying to force a turnover, and they've got a 2-on-1 possibly led by Gavin Gephardt. Gephardt shoots it over the bar as he is dumped right after he got rid of that puck. Play continues. Fox is trying to draw a penalty there in the offensive zone, but nothing doing. North Catholic going back the other way. Here's a hard wrister. That snipe is taken by Di Gaetano. That misses everything. Action starting to pick up a bit here as this backdoor pass went through the goal mouth and past the intended target, that being Calderaro, as the Foxes are guilty of icing. It comes now to North Catholic, and a shot and a goal right off the face-off. Chase Calderaro And what a grand pursuit that was. 4-3 Trojans, 3:43 to go, second period. Calderero doing it all himself, winning the face-off, getting around his man, and easily lifting the puck past Ratner, who has been rattled for a pair all of a sudden.
Absolutely. And you look at it and you look where he went. Glove side, you have to start going after it, going after it, going after it. Eventually one of those is going to go in. Oh, misplay.
Was a misplay, covered up, fortunately for the Trojans' sake, by Bridges.
Went for the glove and ended up dropping it out right through the crease, and a Fox was coming in, almost tapped it in.
Chase Calderera and the North Catholic Trojans with 2 goals, 2 minutes apart. Well, 2 minutes and 1 second if you wish to split hairs. But the Trojans take the lead right back after falling behind 3-2. It is now 4-3 with 3:20 to go on a running second period clock. Wraparound try, good save there by Bridges, just getting back to cover that post.
Barely got the toe in there. That one was going in.
In the nick of time. Trojans trying to get something going the other way. And here with it, tapping it behind the Fox Chapel net is Ryan Berry, the freshman. One of the Trojans digging for it. A lot of big, strong-looking, white-shirted young men over there, however, and Fox Chapel using that defensive muscle to try and win possession here. Loose puck, though, bounces right in on Ratner, and ready and waiting was Quentin Shafer, but Ratner got to it first.
I talk a lot about Fox Chapel and how they're looking like they're up to task. Look at North Catholic, how they've been able to readjust to everything that Fox Chapel's been throwing at them at this point. That's just a testament to their durability and ability to get back into the games here. Gave up the lead real fast, and now all of a sudden you had to get back into it.
Comes around the boards, and Fox Chapel picking up a head of steam and coming in over the North Catholic blue line. Shot from distance by Heininger is deflected wide. It's taken in the corner by Danny Downey, who has a goal tonight, out in front looking for Heininger, who probably deserves a goal the way he's played. But it'll be smothered by Connor Bridges for a faceoff. And that faceoff will come to the left of the North Catholic junior. And what's the discussion here? Fox Chapel, rather, needs a new player out there, and it's going to be McNamara, it looks like, to take the draw. Going up against Palladini, and it comes right back in on net. Good play there by McNamara, but we'll do it again. To the right point it comes to Cullen Sunday. McNamara to Sunday. Sunday from beyond the circle, in on goal, bounces off a couple sticks and in on Bridges. It's swiped away by the North Catholic defense, camping out to support their goaltender. Foxes retreat and play it off the glass, but not out. Palladini perhaps drawing the ire of North Catholic fans not getting that puck deeper as Fox Chapel comes back the other way. Palladini trying to catch up as this puck is put wide by Heininger. Played up ahead now for Palladini, but he is met quickly at the Fox Chapel blue line, and the Foxes send it back the other way. No icing. Final moments of play before the ice cut on game 1 of 2 here at Harmarville. North Catholic 4, Fox Chapel 3. And what an entertaining start to the evening it has been. Around the boards it comes, Masick. Off of Ratner. Oh, that took a fluky bounce and almost snuck in behind Ratner, and that would have been devastating, I think, for the Foxes.
1 to go.
Let's see if they can come up with an answer before time runs out here. Masick from a bad angle puts it into the glove of Connor Bridges. The 20th shot on goal of the game for the Fox Chapel Foxes. The North Catholic Trojans with 38 to this point. So they have minimally doubled their first period output.
I'll look at your out-of-town scoreboard during the break here. But you can see it on the bottom of your screen if you're watching right now.
One of a number of innovations that are being test piloted and hopefully made permanent here on Berg Hockey Live. Long pass here, and North Catholic might have a chance at the end of the period. Here's Shafer. Shafer in on goal, had his pocket picked at the last second. I think it was Harbaugh that got to that puck and lifted the stick of the PIHL All-Star. Now this one goes into the side netting, out of play with 10.5 to go. So there will be at least one more face-off, and it will come up in Fox Chapel territory to the left of Joe Ratner. And even though things have opened up here, Ratner's still done a heck of a job to keep it a one-goal game. 3 seconds left. Out in front. Oh, could have been an opportunity there, but good stick work there by Jack Rice as the buzzer sounds. And that's our cue to catch our breath, is it not?
Absolutely, and you know, we're going to need to. That was a very, very, very busy second period, Matt Popchalk, and it is going to be an interesting third. If you're North Catholic, stay the course. You keep doing what you're doing. You're going to take out the Foxes here in the third. But if you're Fox Chapel, you got to come out with a little more jump in this period. I mean, you had a lot of jump in the last period, but you're definitely going to need it if you're going to take North Catholic down here.
A few lucky spectators getting some Fox Chapel athletic souvenirs as we...
It's the version of the T-shirt toss here at Harmar Township. I think that's our cue. We're going to go on a quick break here, and then we will head back for the third period. We'll be back to talk a little bit about the game, so we'll see you momentarily here.
Back here at the Alpha Ice Complex in Harmar Township, Pennsylvania, the northern suburbs of greater Pittsburgh, where hockey is back at the varsity level in any event, and hockey in other forms will be back in the not-too-distant future. But for tonight, PIHL Class A taking center stage, and the North Catholic Trojans on the road here clinging to a 4-3 lead over a game Chapel Foxes team that is getting a lot of help from a lot of guys who don't have a lot of varsity experience, if any, at this point.
Yeah, they graduated quite a number of players last year, if I remember correctly. My mask is falling down. I apologize right here. But they graduated quite a number of players for a team that competed last year, but they've definitely replaced those pieces, and the pieces they replaced them with have fit in very well so far, in my opinion. What do you think about, the way the Rayton has been able to put this team together so far?
It's a fantastic looking group, and I think it's a group that if it does go through some growing pains, I think we've seen tonight that those growing pains are going to be minimal. I think that this is a group that can come together and certainly push for a playoff spot, and with the divisional alignment and the playoff format these days, with 2 teams from each division making the playoffs being what it is, that's not going to be an easy thing to pull off. And I always say the interesting thing about this newer playoff format is that inevitably in each classification, really, we shouldn't just single out single A, but in each classification, you're going to get at least 1 or 2 really, really good teams that are going to get left holding the bag. And Fox Chapel is trying really hard not to be one of those teams like they were last year by a very slim margin.
And we're going to talk about that in a little bit, those teams and how that all works out. But I'll flip the switch now, go to North Catholic, and we'll talk about, last year it was the great season coming back. You can attest it to the division, you can attest it to what, but whenever the games that mattered, they came in and they got the job done during that season. And unfortunately, it was a bad, the semifinal just happened with them. And it was a tough one to take, but they come back this year, almost their entire team back, and they're playing very well. They are bringing it with the players that they have. Really question about the goaltender, but you know what? They played very well so far. You expect to see McFadden in, but at the same time, you never know from year to year. Somebody else could come in and just absolutely light it up in the preseason.
Well, North Catholic, North Catholic in Class A last year, they know how to win, and clearly they know how to win consistently. Now comes the tricky part, winning the one or ones, plural, that you absolutely have to. And that's what they unfortunately weren't able to do in March last year. They needed that extra session to beat South Park in a very hotly contested playoff opener. Then you said Thomas Jefferson happened to them. But they're going to be a loaded bunch, and they're going to be a tough team to beat for any team in single A this year. And I thought you hit on it at the end of the second period there. I didn't see a lot of frustration. I saw a lot of determination. And North Catholic just kind of being persistent throughout that second period despite losing the lead at one point. And I'll talk about that when I get to my scoring summary. But this is the kind of team that no lead appears safe in this game, but they look like a team that is ready very much to protect a 1-goal lead going into the third period as the teams come back out for warm-ups.
Yeah, you look at that, and then I'll mention this. We're going to touch off that. You can go into your scoring in a second, but you mentioned Thomas Jefferson. They're not there anymore. They got elevated into Double-A. Bishop McCourt, perennial powerhouse in Single A, not fielding a varsity team in the PIHL this year. In comes McDowell, a Class B team. They're going to be taking the old place in the Northwest. Indiana moves to the Southeast to take McCourt's old spot. And in comes this division to the Kiski division here. And it's going to be a tough division this year. You look at it and you say, there's really no, who's going to win what this year. It's wide open for the first time in forever.
Yeah, we know that we have a very loyal cult following here at Pittsburgh Hockey Digest, and we know that you guys turn to us, depend on us to tell you what we know, and what we know is we don't know.
Yeah.
But that's the beauty of November 3rd, is nobody knows. Everybody quite literally is a playoff contender. It's all about just making a good first impression and giving yourself something to build upon early in the season, and hoping as I find some wood to knock on in the interim here, hoping that there is a full season of some sort that can be played and that everybody gets through what's going on right now safely.
Sorry, I had to jump over and hit this button for us so that we can get ready for this next period. You want to give your scoring summary, sir?
I do. With 7:04 remaining in the first period, it was Vinny Jackson at even strength scoring for North Catholic from Chase Calderero. That made it 1-0 Trojans. Fox Chapel evening it up just 37 seconds later, from Colin Harbaugh, the defenseman. Andrew Rich setting him up to make it a 1-1 game, and that's what it was after one. Second period, the floodgates open just a tad, and each team netting a special teams tally at some point. First, it was North Catholic getting a shorthanded marker from Luke Gartner, set up by Quentin Shafer. That came with just 2:32, I beg your pardon, into the second period, and that made it 2-1 North Catholic. Fox Chapel would get the lead back, their first lead of the night and their only lead of the night, scoring 2 goals just a minute 11 seconds apart. For Fox Chapel, it was Andrew Rich at even strength, set up by Danny Downey and Jack Rice to make it 2-2. Then it was Danny Downey on the power play from Rice and Mason Heininger, who's had a strong game thus far, to make it 3-2 Foxes. With 5:44 to go in the second, North Catholic tied the game at 3 thanks to an even strength goal from Mario Smith from the right point, a fluttering shot that fooled Joe Ratner, the freshman goalie, and that was assisted by Luke Gartner and Quentin Shafer, so Shafer with a multi-point game, and that made it 3-3. Just 2:01 later, Chase Calderaro, unassisted, wins the faceoff in the left wing circle, then just barrels in and beats Ratner upstairs to make it a 4-3 game, and that is where we stand now. Shots after 2, 39-20 in favor of the Trojans. Shots in the second period also in favor of the Trojans, 20-14. And we are just about ready to go here for this third and, dare we say, final period. A 1-goal game. Still a lot can happen here at the Alpha Ice Complex USA Rink in Harmar Township. Both teams looking to get on the left side of the ledger in their season opener for the 2020-2021 campaign. Which one will it be? Back to action here, and the Foxes control the faceoff, and kicking it to himself is Quentin Miskey. North Catholic quickly sends it the other way in behind the Fox Chapel net, as that was Pontello doing the honors. Keeping it at the center point is Mario Smith. Behind the net now for Tay Mellis. Mellis looking to go out in front as it's put off Joe Ratner from a bad angle at the side of the net. Smith misses everything with that hard slap shot. And Fox Chapel settles this puck down, and coming back the other way is Alex Masick. Masick with a shot that kind of fades to the right, and Connor Bridges leaves his crease to glove that puck and hold on. Face off, left wing circle, North Catholic zone. And Rich wins it. Can he get a clean shot off? No, he can't. He was muscled hard off the puck by Luke Gartner. Played at the feet by Tyler Pontello of the Trojans. Along the half boards to Dom Desort. Desort behind his own net to Owen Walzer, the junior defenseman. And now it's intercepted by the Foxes. Here's Mason Heininger. Around the boards. It'll come up to Danny Downey. Behind the net now. It goes as far as the North Catholic blue line before it's played there by Owen Walzer. Walzer gave it away, though. And here come the Foxes. Downey with a nice pass right between the circles, and a wrist shot by Andrew Rich is gloved by Connor Bridges. That was a great play off the turnover by Fox Chapel. And Bridges had to make a key save there. Minute 33 into the final period of regulation here. North Catholic 4, Fox Chapel 3. From the side of the net, Bridges reaches around to pin that puck and force a face-off. And North Catholic floating it up through center, all the way back into Fox Chapel territory where it's settled down by Jack Rice. Gebhardt at center point. Gave it up to one of the Trojans. That's Mario Smith, it looks like. Dropping it backward to Jackson. Shot from distance is for naught. And Fox Chapel counterattacks. Here's Rice, or Jacobs rather, over the line, and a blocker save. Rebound, put just wide, and unable to finish the play at the side of the net was Gavin Gebhardt.
It was a tough tap, but he had the opportunity.
Yes, he did, just couldn't get a stick cleanly on that bouncing puck at the side of the post. A huge break there for the Trojans as this goes for icing. Both teams getting some fresh lines out there.
That puck just bounced over the netminder and sat along the corner, and if it was a tap in, it wouldn't have been any problem. Wow. Lucky break there for North Catholic.
And Jonathan Hoffman barking out some last-minute instructions to his defenders as this faceoff goes to the right of Bridges, won by North Catholic. Pulled down by the Trojans and sent back to neutral territory. Fox Chapel's McNamara dumping it right back in. Carrying it now for North Catholic is Mellis. Up ahead off a Fox Chapel stick near center ice. And the Foxes try to go D to D there, but they can't. North Catholic keeping it inside the offensive zone, and here's some good moves there by Pontello, who puts it off Ratner and off the side of the net, it looks like. Fox Chapel trying to get McNamara going the other way as he can't handle the lead pass from Quentin Miskey. And North Catholic tries to get its counterattack going here. Good defensive work there by Harbaugh, who had the first goal of the game for Fox Chapel. Picked up now by Masick and sent back through neutral territory. North Catholic settling the play down. From just outside the Fox Chapel blue line, it's sent in. Foxes take over and send it up through center. And a giveaway here as it comes to Downey. Downey, right wing circle, save made, rebound, score!
Tugging.
It is Strittmatter, I believe, the freshman, if my eyes do not deceive me. Actually, it's Harbaugh leading the Selly line. Was that Harbaugh's goal? Oh, let's wait the official announcement. No, I'm sorry. I thought it was 58. It was 59.
Rich.
Andrew Rich. I thought I saw an 8 there. The uniform was crumpled up. It was Andrew Rich on the follow-up, scoring that goal, smashing in the rebound. Fox Chapel rolling up the sleeves and tying the game at 4. And just like that, a brand new game with still time to go in this third period, and a lead pass to Desort. Desort makes his move and scores!
Matter of moments.
Indeed a matter of moments. 5-4 North Catholic. We can't keep up with all this scoring, but we'll do our darndest as Dom Desort gets his first of the campaign. One of the big stars cashing in for North Catholic to alleviate the breakdown at the other end. And still awaiting official announcements.
Rich.
It is Rich's goal. .13:07 remaining in the period was the time at which Andrew Rich scored his second of the night for Fox Chapel. Erased 28 seconds later as North Catholic gets the lead right back. Dom DeZort beating Joe Ratner on a breakaway. It is a 5-4 North Catholic Trojans lead with 12:14 to play in the third, and heaven knows what's going to happen next. Fire wagon hockey here at the USA Rink in the Alpha Ice Complex as Bridges holds on for a chest save. Face-off controlled by North Catholic. And it comes up to number 12 of the Trojans. That is Vinny Jackson. Bigley with it. Now up ahead to Jackson. And it is coming all the way back to Fox Chapel territory where now Rich picks it up. Up ahead for Heininger. Heininger trying to poke it around one of the Trojans there. That was Mario Smith defensively, and instead it goes into the North Catholic bench, so we get a stoppage here with 11:35 to go in regulation. And face-off coming up to neutral ice. Face-off coming up in neutral ice, I should say. That is ultimately controlled by Fox Chapel, which pushes this puck just wide and at the side of the net. As I regain myself here, it is Connor Bridges hanging on. Face-off coming up to Bridges' right. Gavin Gebhardt to take it for Fox Chapel. And it goes just wide to the left, and Bridges sprawls all the way out. Going full snow angel to stop that one and hold on for another face-off. That puck took a funny bounce, and Bridges looked like he had to reach back against the grain there, and we're actually going to get a penalty on that play against Fox Chapel. It's going to go against Gavin Gebhardt. So North Catholic, I hesitate to say that they can put the game away here because this game is quite clearly not away by any means.
Oh, no.
But a goal here would be significant.
11:21 remaining here in the third period, and 5-4 game. The way this game's gone, we could end up in double digits. You never know with these two teams.
Here's Shafer over the line, lost the puck as it rolled off his stick at the last moment, and the Fox is able to clear. North Catholic hoping the third time is the charm for its power play with a 5-4 lead. Over the line is DeZort. DeZort drawing attention and wristing it just wide of the bar. That was almost a highlight reel goal there by DeZort, who already has a breakaway goal to his credit in this third period. From the left point, Shafer through a crowd.
Oh.
Save made, loose puck controlled by the Trojans. From the side of the net, they try to push it through Ratner. North Catholic, for a fleeting moment there, had an open net, but couldn't get control of the puck in time. Mario Smith from up high. One-timer. Looked like Jackson didn't get everything he wanted on that one, but it comes back to the point to Smith. Over to Shafer. Good puck movement here by the North Catholic power play. 52 to go in the penalty. Save made by Ratner. The rebound is kept, just inside the zone. Good keep, but right to a Fox Chapel Fox. And here's a 2-on-1 the other way for McNamara. But
offside.
The Foxes are offside, and I'm not quite sure
how. He came in a little quick on the play. I'm watching the replay right now. Here comes the play. Yeah, he was 2 steps forward on the far side. That's a tough one, especially on a 2-on-1.
That could have been disastrous for North Catholic.
I know you just noticed the Central Catholic coach dropping off his line chart to us. Thank him for doing that for our next game.
And a loud save, not the first one Ratner has made tonight, and probably not going to be the last either. North Catholic really testing Joe Ratner in his first varsity action ever. Ratner with 39 saves thus far, but it's a goal that his team needs at the moment. 25 seconds to go in the North Catholic power play. Trojans have it. Off the half wall, it comes right to Tay Mellis. Mellis doing some spinning around there along the boards before the Foxes intercept and clear it.
Nifty play to get it out, noticing the open space.
It was, and here comes North Catholic. Hard slapper goes off of shin, it looked like, and deflected wide.
He almost got an assist for it.
He almost did. That was Alex Masick, I believe. One of the Foxes goes down as play continues. Teams are back to even strength, by the way. So North Catholic fruitless on 3 power play chances, but they force an offensive zone face-off with 9:05 remaining as John Hoffman will change it up here, as will Cam Radna.
Speaking of changing it up after this game immediately, next feed up will be, Seneca Valley and Central Catholic. AAA matchup here. Matt Geico will join me for that one. But not to end with you, sir. We're not done with you yet. We ain't not done with this game at this point. 8:55 remaining.
That's putting it mildly. Foxes on the prowl here as this shot from a bad angle misses the outstretched glove hand of Bridges from behind the goal line in enemy territory. That was Danny Downey getting it to the left point for Colin Harbaugh. Behind the net to Downey. Downey looking for a man open in front. He finds one, shoots wide. Rich, that close to the hat trick. That was actually Rich's second attempt. He fanned on the first one. And the first one, if he gets it cleanly, it's a goal. I don't doubt that for a minute.
And they got very lucky there because that rebound was coming back out. Net was off its moorings.
2 really, and if the score stays this way, memorably tough bounces for the Foxes in this third period. Tough breaks, I should say, counting the offside on the shorthanded chances. We get a face-off here again to the left of Connor Bridges, the North Catholic netminder. Won by the Foxes, and through a crowd, off a crowd it goes, and looks like Rich was a bit shaken up on that one as Quentin Shafer comes back the other way and puts one hard off the glove of Ratner. North Catholic is all over the rebound.
Big hit.
Yes, it was.
Harbaugh.
Trojans reset, no worse for the wear. This puck goes off another Fox Chapel body, that of Jack Rice, and it comes around to the right point where it is swiped at and missed by Pontello. Here comes Heininger the other way. Spun around. Puck between the circles now, and North Catholic able to clean things up in its own end. Shafer dangling. Shafer got it poke checked away at the last second. Desort overskated. And Fox Chapel settles the puck down and sends it back to the North Catholic blue line. Intercepted now by the Trojans at the center circle. And it comes over now to Tay Mellis. One-on-one battle, far corner, won by Fox Chapel. To the point it comes. Shot pass attempted by the Trojans, misfired. And Ratner sticks that puck aside. To the right point now. Through the legs of Max Kaiser and put back to center over the glass partition there. And out of play. Oh, the 1-goal lead holding up to this point anyway with just under 7 to go in the third period. Fox Chapel tying the game on a very emphatic goal by Andrew Rich, his second of the night, only to see Dom Desort answer moments later on a breakaway for the Trojans. Downey in on goal, deflected just right into the right leg pad of Bridges, who was in the right place at the right time, and we got a penalty coming up here as one of the Trojans was hauled down.
Rice pulled one down.
And you're not going to hear too many sour grapes from him. He goes right to the box. He knew what he did there, and North Catholic will get a 4th power play opportunity on the night. And maybe this is their chance to put the game away. We shall see with 6:41 to go. Fox Chapel needs to come up with another big kill. Face-off at center ice is controlled by the Trojans, who are trying to add to a 5-4 lead. Quentin Shafer over the line. Poke check neatly by Harbaugh. And this might be a chance the other way for McNamara. McNamara on his horse. Oh my goodness, look at Dom DeZort fly to make the back check. What did I just see there? Woo-hoo. What a play by Dom DeZort defensively. Scored a goal and potentially saved one as North Catholic regroups on the power play. And Shafer puts it, tried to go postage stamp, instead it went off the glass and out of play.
Miskey lost his lid out there, stopped the play immediately.
And it'll stop with just under 6 minutes left in the game and 1:19 to go on the minor tripping penalty to Jack Rice of Fox Chapel.
They're sending away a, there goes a Trojan.
So we'll play 4-on-4 for that minute and 19 seconds, barring unforeseen developments. And it will be Mario Smith, the junior defenseman, who feels shame for 2 minutes and then gets free. And are we going to have a timeout called by one of these coaches here? No, not just yet.
1 goal game, a little bit early for that, 4-on-4. We want to save that for something later.
And the Foxes control it here. Jacobs coming over the line and putting it wide of the net. Masick in pursuit. Instead, it'll be picked up by Mellis of North Catholic. Let's see what these talented offenses can do with this open ice. North Catholic scored 97 goals in regular season play last year. One of the highest scoring teams in the classification. So Fox Chapel having its hands full, but still only trailing by 1 here with a lot of time left, 5:23. And here's a steal by Mellis. Mellis in on goal, makes his move. Save made, Ratner. But he scores anyway.
He got his own rebound and fired it right over the shoulder of Ratner.
USPS standard. Ty Mellis, top right corner, right off his own rebound. A 4-on-4 goal with 5:13 to play, and that looms large. And what a nifty goal that was by Mellis. So we remain 4-on-4 for another half minute here. It is now a 6-4 lead for North Catholic, and Dom DeZort once more. He puts it off the body of Joe Ratner and gives him a little something to think about as the whistle blows. And now it's going to be DeZort, you're right, who is going to get something to think about. A 4-on-3 opportunity for the Fox Chapel Foxes.
And they're going to have a 5-on-3 for about 40 seconds whenever they get Rice out of the box. So
and the official, March, letting both coaches know he's just trying to protect the goalies in that spot, which is an understandable arbitration to make.
He took a quick shot after the there's nothing wrong with that. It's starting to get a little bit heated out there.
Yes,
2 goals later in the 5 minutes to go. There's nothing wrong with that call.
And so the Foxes can get right back into the game, trailing by 2 with 4:50 to go, but North Catholic has it. Here's Shafer, 1-on-3. Shafer splits the defense and puts it on net. Oh, Ratner had to make a toe save there.
Big save, Ratner.
Quentin Shafer's been
5-on-3.
looking for that goal all night, and how he doesn't have one to this point, I don't know.
Rice just missed that one on the inside.
Yes, he did. A great save by Bridges. Fox Chapel retains possession. Centering pass broken up and cleared off the stick of Downey by the North Catholic Trojans. Fox Chapel regroups. Just a few seconds to go in the 5-on-3. Downey behind the net for Rich. Rich centers off a body.
High stick.
Yes,
no,
there
net's
was.
off. Net's off. It was close to a high stick, but
I thought it was in your defense.
Yeah. I saw the stick come up as it came across. Whistle came down, but ended up the net was off.
9 seconds to go now in the 5-on-3. Be that as it may, it will still be a power play when that penalty expires for the Fox Chapel Foxes. For 55 more seconds.
They're going to have to figure this out because North Catholic isn't. They need to have one more off, and they got to figure out which the right one is.
And they're having all kinds of trouble doing that right now. Finally, they do. Yes. And North Catholic, after all that, they still win the faceoff. My goodness. Foxes keep it alive, though. Can they get a shot on goal quickly here? They can't. One of the Trojans will return to the play. That's Mario Smith, as this shot from distance was blocked, but Downey has it in on Bridges, who slides to make a blocker save. Now it's a 5-on-4 power play for Fox Chapel for 40 more seconds. Heininger drops it, looking for Downey, but it's taken away by the Trojans and cleared out of there by Luke Gartner.
3:30 remaining in this one, 27 in a power play.
Fox Chapel really needs a goal here to get back into it. With it now is Rice over the line. Rice looking for room. He risks it wide of the net. Downey from the left point. To the half boards to Heininger, who was trying to locate that puck before getting it to McNamara. Only 5 seconds left in the power play. Bad angle shot is blocked, and North Catholic is going to come out of this smelling like a rose. They kill off both penalties, and they maintain the 2-goal lead as we get a stoppage here with exactly 3 minutes to play in regulation.
Central Catholic really wants to make sure we're ready for this one.
Yes, they do.
Face-off coming outside. Batico will drop it right in front of the Alpha sign.
We have seen 10 combined goals and just over 8 times as many combined shots. Just another night at the barn here at the Alpha Ice Complex. As this is wristed just wide. Yes, and Tay Mellis was the one who just missed that one.
Ratner's getting his workout tonight. 50 shots against.
44 saves, and regardless of the outcome, this has been a very impressive varsity debut for him, in my opinion. Kicked out of there by a Fox Chapel defenseman. That was Cullen Sunday. And Fox Chapel tries to get a quick counterattack going. Up ahead of the play is Miskey. Miskey puts it just wide. That was a great pass, and Miskey just couldn't deflect it in.
Little tomfoolery by the goaltender there. Got away with it. He hooked him on the way down.
This puck gloved out of midair. It's not a hand pass. It'll be a shot from beyond the blue line that goes off a Fox Chapel leg. Kept alive by the Trojans. Slapper redirected wide. Off the side of the net it goes, and off Ratner for that matter, and cleared off the Fox Chapel bench, and it goes all the way for icing. Now will we see Cam Radna maybe use that timeout? Or Jonathan Hoffman, for that matter. Time ticking away big time here. Only 1:47 to play. Trojans up by a pair.
I think you go another whistle here. Hope you get something on it, then you call your timeout.
It's loose and covered by Ratner. Trojans doing a great, well, really both these teams doing a great job generating offense off face-offs. We've seen a couple of goals scored in that manner tonight by either side. Downey with it. Up ahead to Heininger. His shot is stopped. And the Trojans control it. as it's intended for Shafer, and this is instead going to be icing on North Catholic. And cheating out of his net is Ratner. He was well above the paint for a moment. Now he retreats back between the pipes as the Trojans have a scoring opportunity. Here's a shot denied by Ratner in tight, taken by Desort. Desort trying to outmaneuver the Fox Chapel netminder there, but the freshman hung tough. Last minute of play. Fox Chapel needs a goal, and they need one pronto. But North Catholic keeps this puck deep in Fox Chapel territory. And a one-timer whiffed on by Shafer.
Wide open.
He's been snake bit tonight, at least as far as goals are concerned. He's made some key assists in this game, as one of the Foxes is knocked down behind the North Catholic net. Officials letting him play as the Trojans have an open net to shoot at with 27 seconds on the clock. And it looks like North Catholic, barring miraculous developments, is going to hang on here.
86 combined shots in this one.
Incredible. Absolutely incredible. And it's only opening night.
Oh, yeah.
Opening night and a half, as it were.
Yeah.
Last night was opening night.
Second day of the opening week.
The Foxes do win the faceoff, but they can't control the puck. And it'll be grabbed by North Catholic as Ratner has returned a goal, and I don't think he's going to get another opportunity to come off, unfortunately, for the Foxes. 5 seconds left. Maybe one more opportunity here for Heininger, who slaps it wide as the final horn sounds. Well, not for nothing, the North Catholic Trojans battle a feisty Fox Chapel club to a 6-4 victory here at the Alpha Ice Complex in Harmar Township, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, that was a tough battle for both teams. I mean, you look at Fox Chapel, coming off of last season, hoping to build on what they had, and they came out here and they basically stuck at the North Catholic in that second half of the first period and the second period. So give them credit, and everybody's shaking it off. No handshake lines here anymore, of course, with everything going on. So, well, Matt Popchuk, what do you got to finish up this one?
Yes, we do, and we will do so by giving you the final shot totals in period 3. North Catholic 13, Fox Chapel 14, and the final shot totals for the game. North Catholic 52, Fox Chapel 34. North Catholic 1-0, Fox Chapel 0-1. It's just that simple here on opening week. Matt Geitka will take my place in the driver's seat next alongside you, Brian Mitchell, and I will tap out of what has been a very fun evening to start what is hopefully a complete season and a fun season all the same here on Berg Hockey Live. Once again, the North Catholic Trojans are victorious over the host Fox Chapel Foxes here at the Alpha Ice Complex in Harmarville by a final score of Trojans 6, Foxes 4. And for Brian Mitchell, I'm Matt Popchuk, and thank you for watching.